My name's Allison. I lead product at TicketSignup. And today I'm going to talk through some of the reasons why we're seeing a growing number of events move from Eventbrite to TicketSignup. So during this webinar, you can enter any questions into the chat or questions module. Johanna and Jen are both on this webinar. They'll be answering, or they will escalate questions to me as needed. This is going to be recorded, so you will get a copy of this after the webinar along with the slides. So to get started, we're going to go through why events are choosing TicketSignup, and then I'm going to walk through like a dozen different examples and highlight different ways that events are using a variety of features on TicketSignup. So the number one reason is pricing. TicketSignup costs less than Eventbrite. Eventbrite has made a ton of pricing changes over the years. They've introduced and taken away subscription pricing, and they've continued to just tweak different ways they can extract value from events. And so on Eventbrite, you're not just paying a per ticket processing fee, but they also charge for email. They also charge for early payouts, and they charge for Eventbrite ads, which is a service that they sell. So that differs from TicketSignup. We have a very public pricing on our website. It's $1 plus 6% per cart. And so it's very family-friendly pricing for us. On average, people usually check out with 3 tickets in their cart. And so by eliminating that per ticket fee, we're making it more affordable for people to buy more. That per cart processing fee also applies to all add-ons, and then donations have a lower processing fee of 4%. We offer volume discounts as well, which I'll go through in another slide. We offer free and unlimited email marketing. This is a really big feature. There are people that are paying hundreds of dollars a month for a paid email marketing platform. And with TicketSignup, you're able to bring over and import as many contacts as you want from your past platform and send as many emails as you want. By default, we do weekly payouts. You don't have to pay extra to get an early payout. We just do that weekly. And then each event gets a free website, and there are no ads on it. So just a quick breakdown of that cost for a small event that's maybe selling just like a couple hundred tickets. We have, email cost in there at 0 for both, assuming that you send less than 250 emails a day using Eventbrite. We have the processing fees, and then compared costs. So we're just saying it's 500 tickets. On average, there's 2 tickets per purchase at $25. Attendees end up paying significantly more on Eventbrite. And the cost savings really grow as you start to become more of a power user of a ticketing platform. So if you are using Eventbrite for email marketing, or maybe you have another email cost using MailChimp or Constant Contact, you're paying for that with Eventbrite. I don't know what sort of discount pricing that they do, but if you're selling 5,000 tickets and you have 2 tickets each at $25, TicketSignup's public volume discount starts at 80 cents plus 4.8% per cart, and that's available for any event that does 5,000 or more paid tickets a year. And then Eventbrite tries to upsell the advertising aspect, which costs additional money, and TicketSignup does not. We give you free marketing tools, including email marketing and some others that I'm going to talk about a bit later. We also don't put ads on your website. I think that one of the ways that Eventbrite takes value from events is in multiple ways. One, it's the higher costs, the higher service fees that you're paying, but it's also giving them the real estate to make money off of ads. And so this was an event I pulled up. It's an Oktoberfest on a farm, and the events that are advertised on the bottom of it include a $1,600 cryptocurrency event, as well as an event that happens at another farm, like another Oktoberfest farm event. And so I think like you have no control over that, which doesn't really add value to you, but gives Eventbrite extra real estate to put their ads that they've sold to other events. And then these are just emails that I've received as like a person who has in the past bought tickets from Eventbrite. So they're using my email that they got through me signing up for an event. And I'm getting a bunch of weekly guides that have events that I'm not interested in going to. But by hosting your event on Eventbrite, they're able to use that attendee data for their own marketing purposes. So with TicketSignup, we give you free and unlimited email marketing, and we have a really powerful email marketing tool. It not only lets you build these beautiful emails, but it lets you leverage a lot of advanced functionality, including automated emails, so you can set up drip campaigns. You're allowed to use a lot of different replacement tags that are based on the attendee data. So that's great for sending like pre-event emails with specific ticket information, QR codes, things like that, as well as if you ever needed to send like a date cancellation email, letting people transfer their tickets or, providing additional information for them. So our email marketing works for both marketing blasts, where you're sending out promotional email to a very, very large list, but it also works for communication with your attendees through these automated emails and one-off sends. We have 100% US-based support team. We're a 100% US-based company, and we are also 100% employee-owned. And what that means is we don't have anyone that's an outside investor. And it also means that every single employee has some ownership of this company. And so whoever you're speaking to from our support team is invested in the success of this company. And we offer free US-based support 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I put in a quote from Molly, who moved her multi-city series, the BYOB Holiday Lights Trolley events, over from Eventbrite to TicketSignup. One of her frustrations was she just wasn't able to get in contact with anyone, and she had issues that came up, and there was nobody to support her. And with TicketSignup, she has a dedicated account manager that she's worked with for a couple of years, who truly understands how she's using the product, what her event is like, how it needs to get set up, and how to troubleshoot any sort of issues that come up. In addition, I know that there are people who don't like to talk to humans, and TicketSignup provides a lot of extensive resources. We have thousands of videos and webinars. We have a really, really extensive blog. And so we also invest a ton into making our product very easy to use. And so if you like to kind of do it yourself, you don't want to have to ask for help, we make that as easy as possible with an intuitive platform, as well as a ton of resources to help you along the way. So talking about some of these purpose-built features that we have a store capability that lets you upsell add-ons during ticket purchase, as well as from a standalone store. And one of the really important things that we allow events to do is to use our ticket app, which allows you to scan and check in tickets. It also allows you to fulfill store items. And so if people are picking up additional add-ons or they have bought additional experiences, for example, maybe somebody purchases a ride on a Ferris wheel, you're actually able to fulfill that. And our ticket app is super flexible and customizable, so you can have a bunch of different configurations for staff based on where they're standing at the event. And again, that per cart pricing really becomes quite important for store, because it is just going to charge that $1 one time for all the tickets and all the store items, whereas Eventbrite is charging $1 per ticket and per store item or add-on that you would be selling. There's also a lot of advanced capabilities with store. You can automatically include items with ticket orders. You can share store items across multiple events with our warehouse inventory capability, and there's really extensive reporting available. A lot of nonprofits like TicketSignup because it really allows them to have a low cost and free platform, but also to grow donations. There's a couple of different ways you can use these different features. The first one here is just our add a donation checkbox on the checkout page. So if you want to make it really fast for people to buy tickets, but you want them to add a little bit of money at the end, you can offer this. And we'll see events that get hundreds of donors because they're adding $2, $3, $5, and that adds up for a lot of events. You're also able to really feature the donate call to action on your website, and you can do little tiles with different option amounts and really brand and promote the nonprofit. And again, the processing fee for donations is a flat 4%. So we help nonprofits save additional money on donations. We have calendar-based ticketing. This is a really big investment that our company has made, and it's for multi-date and timed entry events that may or may not have multiple time slots. And our platform offers a calendar-based interface for buying tickets as well as managing your event and reporting on your event. And so what we've done is we've put just dozens and dozens of calendars into our product. We let events have really customizable calendars to display their event options, and we have dozens of pages to manage your event and be able to see an overview of your ticket sales and what is happening in your event while you're selling tickets. Self-serve ticket management is giving attendees the option to manage their own tickets. And we've continued to add options to this because it not only eliminates customer support burden because attendees are able to manage their own tickets, but it also can help you increase your revenue per ticket sold. So this is like a little email that we have, and there's a call to action to upgrade your tickets, and that lets you upgrade from a general to VIP. And you can see here we've got a lot of different options, and your event is able to choose which ones you want to offer as well as customize what those are. So you can upsell additional add-ons, you can let people transfer tickets to a different date, people can share tickets with a friend, they can edit their question responses. There's a ton of power you can give your attendees to not only reduce your own customer support overhead, but also to make more money. Referral rewards is an incredible marketing feature that we've seen some events use really, really well. And Harpoon Oktoberfest is one of them. They're actually having their event this weekend, so I took this screenshot this morning. They moved over from Eventbrite for their ticket events last year. It was their first year using TicketSignup. And what they did is they launched a referral rewards program. And they're doing that again this year because it was so successful. And what happens is when somebody buys a ticket, they get a unique referral code and they're prompted to share it with their friends and family. And so they get a little pop-up and it promotes that link once they complete their purchase. They also set up an automated email, which you can see right here. And this sends like a couple hours after somebody buys their tickets. And you can like customize what that sending schedule is like. But what it says you can earn a $20 refund of your ticket purchase by referring your friends to sign up and join you at Harpoon Oktoberfest. And in this email, they include the unique referral code link. And attendees are just able to share this. And when they hit that threshold of referring 4 friends, we're going to automatically issue that $20 refund to their credit card. So there's no overhead for your event to manage this referral program. It's just running automatically based on the parameters that you set up. And you can see here so far they've sold 640 tickets through referrals. So that means that 640 people bought tickets through these referral code links getting shared with friends and family. It's brought in over $33,000 in ticket sales, and the actual amount of refunds that they've issued is about $1,100. And here's why. People will share their codes, but a lot of them don't hit that threshold of 4 friends. And so you end up getting a lot of people that will like refer 1, 2, 3 friends, but they don't quite hit 4. And then you also get people that are referring like 15 people because they put their link out there and people just keep using it. And you're never going to be able to refund anyone more than what you've set as your parameter or what they've paid for their ticket. And so Harpoon's giving a bit of a discount to their key referrers that earn that refund of referring 4 friends. And they are getting a ton of early ticket sales because of this. And so the ROI on this one, sorry, excuse me, works out to about $27 in ticket sale revenue for every $1 spent in marketing spend. And I don't think that there's any digital ad that works as effectively as this, because this is really like a warm referral marketing tool. Like these are people who are actually going to the event, and you're much more likely to say, yes, I'll go to this Oktoberfest because your friends and family ask you to go, versus seeing like a digital ad on some random marketing platform. And it also just creates like a really good relationship between the brewery and their attendees, because they're giving $20 refunds to a bunch of people. So there's certain people that feel like they got a great deal to attend this Oktoberfest, and it's just a win-win situation that's a lot more effective than cold digital marketing platforms and buying ads. We have a lot of events that say their favorite feature on TicketSignup is our ticket app. And like it really is a very powerful and versatile tool. You're able to scan tickets. You can use point of sale with our Square point of sale integration. You can actually collect waivers on site, and you can limit what your staff see. So you can prevent them from seeing the total number of tickets sold. You can give them limited permissions so that things don't get messed up, or like limited views of what they're able to do. The fast scanning works really well. The app works offline, so if you lose connectivity for a few seconds or minutes, the app will continue to queue all that data that it's scanning and sync once it regains connectivity. So you're never going to like lose data if you are in a certain like unstable type of environment, which many of our 40,000 plus events are each year. And yeah, the ticket app is really flexible. It works great for both a simple single day event as well as a multi-date timed entry event. And you can configure it to work the way that you need to. And this is just a quick demo of the waiver app, but you'll get these slides afterwards. We have a lot of different reporting views. So this is the heat map. You're able to get a count of how many tickets were sold in each zip code, and that can be exported as an Excel file to inform your digital as well as your physical marketing spend. This is the interval check-in report. So you're able to drill into how many check-ins are occurring. This one is for an event. It's down in the 10-minute interval, and you can see that they did over 1,000 check-ins during this peak time here. And so you're able to really understand the flow of attendees at your event. This is one of our calendar-based reports that show how many tickets were sold on each date, as well as how much revenue was made from those tickets. And so there are, dozens of these different report views that give you really key summary data in interesting ways that help you answer like important questions about your event. Like, how should I manage my staffing? Where am I earning the most money? What dates are earning me the most money? Which emails are generating the most return? And TicketSignup's reporting is intuitive, easy to use, lots of calendar-based reports, and lots of ability to dig into your data in terms of marketing, ticket sales, and check-ins. This is an exciting feature, and we're going to actually be rolling this out next week to tickets. Our other product, RunSignup, this has already been rolled out to, but it's our beta customer service AI chatbot. And what this is a chatbot that lives on your event website and answers attendee or participant questions. And it's trained on the website data, as well as the information that is coming from how you set up your event. We've added an FAQ component that informs the chatbot. So you're not just posting an FAQ component that nobody's going to read on your website, you're giving them a way to interact with it through AI. And we're seeing really great adoption and feedback in terms of the amount of customer support the AI chatbot is saving people. I'm going to walk through some examples of that on some live event websites at the end, so you can kind of get a sense of how it answers questions and interacts with the content that people are putting into it. And I can talk through some of the features that are coming there as well. And more, lots of more features. And we're going to go through some customer examples and talk about these features. So this is Harpoon Oktoberfest that we just talked about with their referral rewards marketing program. So they're using the site to include like full information about their event. You'll see that they've got these different ticket options. So they're offering Friday and Saturday admissions, and you can pre-purchase 1 or 3 beer tickets. And you can see that they've included information about that referral rewards program right on their website. So they're able to really promote that and make sure that people are aware of this referrals program, because it is so effective in selling tickets, especially ahead of the event. This is the Carolina Balloon Fest. This runs for a weekend. It's down in Statesville, North Carolina. You can buy tickets for a single date. And the way that this works is you have to buy adult tickets in order to buy kid tickets. And so this is a configuration option that we offer. And you can see here that they've got the Saturday option, Sunday option, and then they also have a weekend pass. And with the ticket app, we're actually able to validate each of these ticket types. So we can make sure that with the weekend pass, each ticket only gets checked in once every 24 hours or once a day, so that people aren't trying to like pass around a weekend pass and try to save money. But yeah, this is a very, very large balloon fest, and they have some flexible ticketing options. And based on how they want to sell adult and child tickets, they're able to use our combo tickets feature to do that. This is a great example of how our websites can be so customized and look very different. So this is a haunt that's out in Utah, and they run from September through early November. And they have their own website that they link to TicketSignup. And what they're actually doing with us is virtual queuing. So this is a new feature that we added, and we integrated with a platform called Waitwhile. And so what Haunted Forest does is they'll get like 4,000 people that come each night. And when they get scanned in the ticket app with TicketSignup, they get placed on a virtual queue. And everyone who's coming in gets a text message, and it gives them their place in line. And they can also upgrade their ticket using TicketSignup self-serve options. And then when it's their turn to go on the Haunted Trail, which is the big attraction, they get a text message letting them know, and they go to the trailhead, and their ticket gets scanned a second time. And so with TicketSignup, they're not only able to do virtual queuing, but they're able to actually do multiple check-ins for a single QR code at one event, so that they can, make sure that they're validating tickets based on the different ticket types. And you can see here, these are their ticket options, and these go into the purchase path to buy tickets. And you can pick your time slot, you can change your date, and it focuses you onto that general admission ticket. You can see here as well, you get volume discounts, so you get a discount automatically applied when you buy a certain number of tickets. This is a wine fest. I think, again, it's just showing how you can use TicketSignup's websites in a variety of ways. This one uses a countdown clock and a lot of different images of their event. This is another haunt. Again, just showing you a variety of these different ticketing options, but they're highlighting the different ticket options that they have here. So you can see what each of these things is. They've got a lot of different options here. And then they're also able to highlight the different dates that they're open. And they are dynamically pulling in the pricing as well as the hours they're open. So you can see like this one's from 6:30 to 10, this one's open 5:30 to 10. And they're able to add these little highlights to feature different specials that they have each night. So this is another version of a calendar-based display option that gives a lot of flexibility. This is Walking in a Winter Wonderland, put on in Virginia, and they run through December. And they, in addition to offering the event, they have a ton of different store items that they're upselling. So they give people the option to buy these items when they are buying tickets, but you can also buy them standalone just from this page. With TicketSignup, we have Apple Pay and Apple Wallet at checkout. And so even if people are just buying standalone store items or scanning a QR code to buy these items once they're on site, they're able to just really quickly check out with Apple Wallet, and they actually can get a QR code with their digital wallet and their confirmation receipt, and then those can get scanned by the ticket app to fulfill. So they have a ton of different options for people to buy. And one thing you will notice is that TicketSignup also is compliant with all-in ticket pricing per fee transparency laws. This is a friendly pumpkin, family-friendly event at the Dogwood Acres Farm. And this is just another way that people have used websites to feature different images. And then you will see here that their ticket options are using these big tiles, and they're able to highlight different discount options as well as different ticket options here. Milburn's Haunted Manor is out in Oregon, and what they do is they have 3 different ticket options. You can do one attraction called the Manor, you can do one attraction called the Dark, or you can do both of them called the Dual Pass. And similar to Haunted Forest, they're validating what your use is. So with the Manor and the Dark, you're allowed to go through an attraction 1 time, and with the Dual Pass, you have 2 times. And the ticket app is validating each of those uses to make sure that there is compliance with those. The Indian Springs Ranch Fall Fest runs through the fall, and they have a multi-date event, and they just have a single time slot. So you're not like picking a time slot, you're just picking your ticket, and you're able to see when your ticket's valid for. One thing I wanted to point out here is they highlight that all parties must sign a waiver before entering. They're actually using our waiver app. So rather than dealing with like a bunch of complicated paper or trying to collect waivers online ahead of time when you don't actually know who's going to show up, they are collecting the waiver signatures on site, which is really one of the best things that you could possibly do, because then you're making sure that the people who sign the waiver are actually who they are, and that accounts for any kids that are under 18 that are minors. And so they are using the waiver app in addition to our calendar-based ticketing. This is an event that came over from Eventbrite as well. They liked our websites. One of the features that we have is the option to do an email capture pop-up. And they've actually gotten over 130 emails through this pop-up. And so that's just a really great way to grow your email marketing list, especially if you're an organizer that puts on multiple events each year. This is the Holiday Lights trolley that moved over from Eventbrite. Like I said, they operate in about 14 different cities. This is in the Twin Cities, and they sell out trolleys. And you can see here that this time slot is completely sold out. This one has 6 tickets left, and this one still has a bunch of tickets left, and you're able to see an actual count of how many are available. And similar to the Haunted Forest, they automate discounts if you buy an entire trolley. So if you buy all 29 seats in a trolley, you get an automated discount per ticket. And finally, I wanted to show you the chatbot. So I said that this was available for a registration product on RunSignup, but I think it's effective to demo still because we are going to be rolling this out for tickets next week. If you are interested in joining the beta program for AI chatbot, just let us know in the comments and the questions or chat in here, and we can get your name added to our list. But it will be publicly available quite soon. So the YMCA Turkey Trot series is a little bit complicated, actually. They do a turkey trot in a bunch of different locations. And you'll see here they're using our event websites. They've actually brought over their own domain. But they have a ton of different options for where you can actually do your turkey trot, which could theoretically get a bit confusing. And so I'm going to ask which turkey trot location should I sign up for? And this goes and it thinks for a minute, and it will hopefully give us a response. One of the features that we've come up with, yeah, so it's giving me all these different locations, which is really great. So I'm going to say my zip code. Could you find me the closest one? So one of the things that we do let you do as an event director is review all the conversations that have been had. We're actually like capturing like the location of where that conversation is coming from. And that's actually correct. So that's great. And what this does is it reduces email support. We've had customers like report that they are saving multiple hours a week when they're doing events year round. And what we do on the back end is let you customize this. So you're able to name your AI chatbot so it's branded for your event, pulls in the theme colors of your event website. It starts with like a custom message. And then on the back end, you're able to review all the conversations. So you have oversight into what the chatbot is saying. And we've added this functionality to improve answers. And so if this chatbot isn't answering the way the YMCA wants it to, they can actually use that improve answer functionality to get better responses from the chatbot in the future. So this is one way that we display the chatbot. This is another turkey trot, and this one is using the component embedded in a page. And the power of this is really that you have like a unique URL that you can send to people. So that's great to add to like a Facebook page or include for like an email blast that you send out to participants, like go here with questions. And this can really help to reduce that overhead of email marketing. So with that, I am going to wrap up. I hope you enjoyed those customer examples. I feel that they're a really like interesting way to actually see the product being used and understand how you know, events are actually solving problems with our product. So I have a few questions that have come in. Johanna, did you want to go through any of them?
Yeah, if you want to quickly address how SEO friendly TicketSignup is, I think that's a useful one for everyone.
Yeah, we've put a lot of effort into making sure our event websites are SEO friendly. And one of the big things that's happening is AI and like where people are finding events. And we are also putting a ton of effort into that. The AI chatbot is just like an interesting use case to really start playing around with AI and implement it in a really effective way for our customers. But in addition to making sure that we rank our event websites high on Google, as well as, you know, other search platforms, we're also making sure we're staying ahead of the curve on making sure that our events get picked up by different, you know, AI agents like ChatGPT that are being commonly used. So yeah, a lot of different efforts have gone into making sure our websites are structured in a way that Google is going to digest them. In addition, we have a large affiliate network of like people use our API to automatically pull in events that are created on our site. It will ignore events that are in draft or in private mode, but any event that's public, and they'll list them. One of these event platforms is called EVVNT, and they actually send out all the event websites to like local newspapers and websites. So there's a variety of ways that people use our affiliate capabilities to pick up events and list them on other websites. And what that does is it creates like a lot of backlinks from pretty legitimate sources to your event. So I think SEO is really good.
Quickly, obviously this webinar is focused on TicketSignup, but for people who are also familiar with RunSignup, if you want to give a very high-level overview of what types of events are typically used for tickets versus registration.
Yeah, so people use RunSignup when you want to collect more information about the individual, and use TicketSignup when you're just focused on selling tickets and you don't care as much about the person's name and birth date because you don't want to do results. You don't care about whether or not they set up a fundraising page. You don't care who shows up. You just want to make sure that they buy tickets and that you're able to validate them with the ticket app. So to me, that would be the big difference. RunSignup is really great if you're putting on an endurance event or peer-to-peer fundraising event. And TicketSignup can be great for lighter weight fundraising events that don't actually have like a fundraising component to them, as well as events where you're not going to be doing results.
I think that is it.
Okay, great. We'll send out these slides, and we can send out probably like a list of the websites I used as well, just so people can take a look at them if they want to.
Sounds good. We will include that, and if anyone is interested in the chatbot beta, you can also just reply to our emails when we send those out.
Yeah, let us know, coming soon. Excited to get that out.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.